The three trees. Once upon a mountaintop, three little trees stood and dreamed of what they want to become when they grew up. The first little tree looked up at the stars and said, I want to hold treasure. I want to be covered with gold and filled with precious stones. I'll be the most beautiful treasure chest in the world. The second little tree looked out at the small stream trickling by on its way to the ocean. I want to travel mighty waters and carry powerful kings. I'll be the strongest ship in the world. The third little tree looked down into the valley below, where busy men and women worked in a busy town. I don't want to leave the mountaintop at all. I want to grow so tall that when people stop to look at me, they'll raise their eyes to heaven. Think of God. I'll be the tallest tree in the world. Years passed. The rain came, the sun shone, and the three little trees grew tall. One day, three woodcutters climbed the mountain. The first woodcutter looked at the first tree and said, This tree is beautiful. It's just perfect for me. With a swoop, shining eyes, the first tree fell. Then the first tree said, Now, I shall be made into a beautiful chest. I shall hold wonderful treasures. The second woodcutter looked at the second tree and said, This tree is strong. It is perfect for me. With a swoop, shining eyes, the second tree fell. Then the second tree said, Now I shall sail mighty waters. I shall be a strong ship for mighty kings. The third tree felt her heart sink when the last woodcutter looked her way. She stood straight and tall and pointed bravely to heaven, but the woodcutter never looked up. Any kind of tree will do for me. With a swoop, with his shining axe, the third tree fell. The first tree rejoiced when the woodcutter brought her to a carpenter's shop. With this tree, I'll make a feed box for the animals. Once the beautiful tree was not covered with gold and fake treasure. Oh no! I'm coated with straw and dust and filled with hay for hungry farm animals. The second tree smiled when the woodcutter took her to a shipyard. Now, I will be the strongest ship in the world, and I'll carry mighty kings. But no, mighty sailing ships were made that day. Instead, the once strong tree was hammered and sawed to a simple boat. Oh no, I'm just a simple fishing boat. I'm too small and too weak to sail to an ocean or even a river. I can only sail on a little lake. The third tree was confused when the woodcutter cut her into strong beams and left her in the lumberyard. What happened? All I ever wanted was to stay on the mountaintop and point to God. Many days and nights passed. The three trees nearly forgot their dreams. One night, a golden starlight poured over the first tree as a young woman placed her newborn baby in the feed box. I wish I could make a cradle for him. The mother squeezed these hands tight and smiled as the starlight shone with smooth and sturdy wind. This manger is beautiful. Oh, I'm holding the greatest treasure in the world! One evening, a tired traveler and his friends crowded into the old fishing boat. The traveler fell asleep as the second tree quietly sailed out into the wind. Soon, thundering a terrific storm arose. The little tree shuddered. Oh, I am a simple boat. I don't have strength to carry so many passengers safely dull with the wind and the rain. The tired man awakened, stood up, stretched his hands out, and said, Pace! The storm stopped as quickly as it begun. Oh, I'm carrying the king of heaven and earth. On Friday morning, the third tree was startled when her beams were yanked from got a woodpile. What's happening? Where are you taking me? Why are all these people angry? Why are you doing this to this man? She shuddered when soldiers nailed a man's hands to her. I felt ugly, harsh, and cruel. But on Sunday morning, when the sun rose and the earth trembled with joy beneath her, the third tree said, "Now I know God's love has changed everything. I feel so strong. Now on, when people see me, they'll think of God. That is better than being the tallest tree in the world."